Lullaby, Goodnight, a song for abandoned daughters and other seventh children. Good night, parents' first chance encounter. Good night, ovum, alone. Good night, placenta. Good night, fetal dreams. Good night, hearing the Korean language through water, blood, and mother skin. Good night, birthing process, crowning, crown. Good night, baby, exit wound, you. Good night, Korean name. Good night, family registry and list of fathers and fathers and fathers and further, farther. Good night, sisters. Good night, brothers. Good night, halmoni and halmoni. Good night, harabaji and harabaji. Good night, uma and appa. Good night, singular moon over the roof of our dwelling. Good night, mother's milk. Good night, scent of mother's neck. Good night, blank. Good night, foster family, 5 adults and a dog. Good night, homeland. Good night, fellow citizens. Good night, my, your, our language. Good night, memory and its imprints. Good night, Park Chung-hee and your assassins. Good night, Park's wife, Yuk Young-soo, and a high school student, Jang Bong-hwa. Good night, Smith & Wesson, 22. Good night, Park Geun-hye, daughter of Park Chung-hee, Korea's first woman president. Good night, impeachment. Good night, reunification. Good night, going to bed with one face. Good night, waking up in another country. Good night, waking up in a blank house. Good night, waking up in a blank family. Good night, waking up in a blank name. Good night, wetlands of the body, how they weep with ceasing. Good night, fever dreams and fugue states. Good night, graves of my ancestors. Good night, soju poured on headstones. Good night, merging into the crowd. Good night, family, medical history. Throat cancer, heart attacks, madness, suicide, patricide. Good night, grandparents of my American Korean children. Good night, the Korean girl and Korean woman I would have been. Good night, everything. Korean America has allowed me to take one thing with me. I will take my body to America. She remembers everything in her own way. She attends me. Princess, Kingdom of One. In a sense, I kidnapped her. She always has to go wherever I may go.